Hello Sagittarius, this is your June forecast. So Mars is still retrograde until the 29th of this month, still in your 12th house. So Sagittarians, many of you, especially as you're a fire sign, may have been feeling a little frustrated that things aren't moving quite as fast as you would have liked them to move. Well, the good news is that by July, things should be moving a lot faster. So for this month, with that 12th house Mars, this will be a wonderful month to look at how do I deal with frustration? How do I deal with when I'm feeling angry, when things aren't going my way? How am I dealing with that emotion? Yes, and to really think about that. Yes, am I able to breathe through it and just focus on something else? Quickly just distract myself? Do I need to write about it and get it out, purge it out that way? Do I need to exercise, maybe go for a run or a walk or a bike ride or a swim to get it out? But it's important, it's going to be helpful this month to be able to look at different ways for dealing with frustrations and how you can get around them. Because of all this mutable energy, you should be able to come up with some lovely creative ways of dealing with times that you start to feel just that little bit frustrated with things. So we've got lovely Sun and Venus in your 7th house of relationships, along with, on the 4th of the month, a lovely new moon happening in this house of relationships, Sagittarius. What could be nicer for relationships this month? Sun and Venus bodes well for business relationships as well as intimate relationships. If you want a new relationship, my goodness, this lovely new moon can bring you a new relationship if that's what you're looking for. Although with Mars retrograde, I just must say, don't go gung-ho until July, because if you go too much this month, it might just fizzle out by the end of the month. So just go gently into it if you can, but it certainly bodes well for meeting just lovely people that you really connect with. And you're going to be very attractive to people, people are going to find you lovely, and you're just going to have an opportunity to press that refresh button in everything to do with your relationships. Isn't that lovely? And as if that wasn't enough, on the 13th of the month, Mercury also joins everybody, the gang, in the 7th house there, enabling you to look at communications with your relationships. Good time to have some nice discussions, to iron out anything that maybe needs ironing out. But it could also just be a nice time for really just getting together with someone, maybe having a coffee and a chat, and really just enjoying being with someone. It could be your lover, it could be a business colleague, and it could just be a brand new friend. It looks very exciting, that relationship area for you this month, Sagittarius. On the 20th of the month, we've got Venus coming into this 8th house, and on the 18th. And on the 21st of the month, we've got the Sun coming into this 8th house. Sun and Venus in that 8th house. Wow. Well, the 8th house is other people's money. So this could be somebody offering you money, maybe a grant or a sponsorship or a scholarship or some crowdfunding if that's what you're into. It could also be your spouse or a partner having some good news about their financial situation, something coming good in that area. Could also be a bonus from the tax people, maybe a bit of money back or an insurance payout, and it could also be some good news about a mortgage or a loan or something like that that you've been looking for that could actually come together nicely for you with Sun and Venus there. It's also a very nice aspect for anything metaphysical, looking deeply into something, anything to do with psychology, the workings of the mind, and really doing some research into a subject that really fascinates you and that you enjoy. Chances are you'll get some good information. And on the 20th of the month, we've got a full moon happening in your sign, dear Sagittarius. So a full moon in your 1st house is shining a light on you, and it's going to look at because we've had all that action in relationships, it's going to look at you and say, well, where am I in this equation of relationships? Yes? Is there a balance in my relationships? Is there enough of give and take? Do I need some more alone time? Do I need time really just to take space for myself, to do nice things for myself for a change? And you are in the process, because of having Saturn in your sign, Sagittarius, you are in the process of certainly, shall I say, remodeling yourself. You're restructuring yourself. Everything about you can actually be rebuilt. Yes, you're in a process between now and the end of 2017 of rebuilding everything in your life that you wish to rebuild. So some of you may feel as though, oh, I'm starting from scratch. But in fact, you're probably not. But nonetheless, you're building some nice solid foundations for yourself with confidence in who you are and yourself. Isn't that lovely news? So really think about that and really give yourself the time and the energy and the love that you need to build up your self-esteem. Jupiter, your ruler, is making a lot of aspects this month. It's opposite to Neptune, square to Saturn. So I'm just going to suggest don't take on too much. Sometimes, Sagittarius, you are very enthusiastic and you say yes to a lot of things. And then you find that you haven't got time to do them all as well as you'd like to do them. So just keep in mind, Jupiter is in that 10th house of work, so don't take on too much at work so that you won't feel guilty afterwards if you can't do justice to everything. So I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you so much for commenting, sharing and subscribing. Bye for now.